Welcome back, guys! You're just in time to check out some of the posts fresh from our website.
Unahin na natin yung kay Nealers at ang sabi niya ay,
Hi Mog, batiin niyo po sana ang mga players ng ZX, lalo na ang Supreme Clan. Pabati naman ang character ko, si Nealers. Mabuhay ang ZX Online.
ba't mo naman gusto batiin ang sarili mong character? Di ba dapat iba ang binabati mo?
Huwag ka na, Sam! Dun siya masaya eh. Here's one from Pogro. MOG TV is something new sa mga paningin ng mga Pinoy. More power to your show! And a question about Sam. Are you Shivaker? Thank you for watching, Pogro, at sana hindi kayo magsawa sa pagpapanood sa amin. At tungkol naman din sa tanong mo kay Sam, how about we let him answer that for himself?
Okay, Pogro, sasagutin ko na once and for all ang tanong mo kung ako si Shivaker. Well, ang sagot ay, mukha ba akong Indian? Tingnan mo mabuti. Hindi naman, di ba? Alright, ito naman ang tanong ni Night Dreamer. And he writes,
I just want to say congrats to Iwago Clan for being the top 1 guild in Cabal Jupiter server. Long live Iwago Clan where brotherhood and sisterhood happens. More power, MOG TV. Keep it up, Idol Sam YG and Miss Diane, my crush.
at habang pumapalakpak ang tenga nitong si Diane Season, let me remind you guys to check us out at www.mogtv.com.ph. Prototype is one of the best open-world action games of today. It's got a mysterious amnesiac with wicked powers, and of course, a great storyline and missions that are just too cool to ignore.
Prototype's gameplay is quite similar to Hulk's Ultimate Destruction. Alex Mercer can run vertical on buildings, glide, eviscerate his enemies, and he can also shapeshift into other people and more.
And there are tons of missions to do. But what I went for are the trophies or achievements.
Eto na naman tayo. Sige, ikaw, ilan na nagawa mo?
There are about 40 or so achievements, and I think I got about half of them.
Galing ha! Sige, anong the best sa kanila?
Watch and learn, Grasshopper.
Prototype's uber cool action and great storyline are excellent draws for console players, but getting the achievements or the trophies are even more fun. When you encounter a strike team, you can get a trophy or achievement by evading them. Just run away from them as fast as possible or shapeshift into another person. Once you get the ability to seize the APC or tank, hijack 50 vehicles to get the repossession, achievement, or trophy. This one's a doozy. Kill 53,596 infected. Matagal-tagal ito, but once you reach it, you will get the Trail of Corpses trophy. Eto matindi din. Acquire all available upgrades, and we mean all. From combat moves to movement, lahat dapat makuha mo to get the Unnatural Selection achievement. And lastly, if you get to consume 50 web targets, you get the In the Web trophy. You have to look for them all over Manhattan, but once you've done it, you'll be rewarded.
That was awesome!
Ibang klase talaga ang Prototype, so grab it if you haven't. If you are the type to be cursed with the Last Song Syndrome or LSS, paano kaya kung gamer ka?
So we came up with a list that will go down in history as the most unforgettable game tracks of all time.
To get the ball rolling, the fifth best comes from the opening theme of Super Metroid.
Aside from its gameplay, highly recommended din ang background music ng Super Metroid kasi naman it blended perfectly sa bleak and grisly settings na pinakinang ng heroics ng uber space babe na si Samus Aran.
Ang tumatapat naman sa pang-apat, Dr. Wily Stage sa Mega Man 2. Sino ba naman ang di ginanahan sa fast-paced techno music na to? Dr. Wily Stage asks players to step up their game kung gusto nilang talunin siya. Kaya naman magandang motivation ang binibigay ng background music na to.
Pero kung cinematic, operatic, animatic, o kung ano-ano pang atik dyan, nothing beats number 3, Final Fantasy.
Despite being just a few piano notes, iconic ang prelude dahil in one way or another, present siya sa bawat Final Fantasy title. At kahit di hamak na mas matindi ang emosyong hatid ng mga tracks tulad ng Eyes on Me at Libero Fatali, di pa rin maiwawaglit ang Calm Before the Storm feel na hatid ng prelude.
At number 2, raise your swords and shields because it's the Legend of Zelda title track. Like Final Fantasy's prelude, the Legend of Zelda theme endured through the years. And what sets these two iconic tracks apart? Kasi naman itong Zelda theme ay mapapakinggan sa lahat ng Zelda games na lumabas. Pero what makes this track a winner is that it bridges players from different consoles and platforms.
At ang pinaka-iconic game track of all time?
Well, do I need to say more? Of course, it's a Stage 1-1 theme from Super Mario Bros. Kahit nga first 3 notes pa lang, malalaman mo na kagad na it's from the best-selling and well-known game of all time.
Ako namin, this week we're going to discuss the other things you need to consider when upgrading your PC. Perhaps ang critical component ng batch ito, ang memory module. And this part helps you retrieve data from your PC. Kaya naman it's not a crime to have a huge amount of memory or the latest type of memory. Kasi syempre, the higher the size and the frequency, the speedier and heftier ang pag-pull up ng data. Kung ganito pa rin ang mga memory module na nakakabit sa PC ninyo, hay nako, gawin nyo na lang siyang keychain. Tapos eto pa, some have specialized add-ons. Mostly mga metal platings tulad nito. Hinihigop ng mga ito ang init, tapos dinidisperse pa ilabas. Through this way, napapanatili mo ang integrity ng bawat modules. You may not notice it, pero dapat binibigyan din ng consideration ang power supply. Alam niyo ba kung bakit? Kasi naman itong Octopus Light part does have a say on how many components you can include in your setup. These days, 550 watts power supply unit is pretty much okay. But if you're planning to employ top-end components, 600 watts at least is pretty much the way to go. Isa sa mga known PC parts ay ang hard disk, kasi naman dito nakastore ang lahat ng PC files. Ang safe na hard drive space is 160 gig, at dapat serial ATA ang connection para swak na swak sa mga motherboards ngayon. But if you're planning to store up a massive amount of data, better have around 500 gigabytes or 1 terabyte worth of disk space. Pero yun nga, hard drives with these insane amounts of space cost a lot. At syempre, di pa huhuli ang optical disk drive at ang casing. For the disk drive, make sure to have a DVD RW for obvious reasons. As for the casing, make sure that it's the right fit for your motherboard. May tinatawag kasi na ATX and mini ATX. For the full-bodied motherboards, the ATX is just right. And of course, for the smaller ones, the compact ones, are with a mini ATX. Make sure you get ample space para hindi kayo mahirapan pag nag-assemble ng PC. At make sure din na syempre may space enough to circulate din yung air, diba?